Olá, olá, olá. Estamos aqui, mais uma live hoje, porque sim, eu fiquei com vontade e o Abismo resetou. Bora fazer Abismo, sofrer. Ai, eu ainda tô meio gripada, então vocês vão me ouvir fazer muito isso. Eu tô todo fodido, né? Eu tô com o ouvido infeccionado, tô gripado, tô tudo. Eu nem preciso mudar o time aqui. Ok. Abismo. Primeiro deixa eu pegar isso aqui. Vamos. Bora, bora.
Ad Astra.
Expedição. Ah, qual foi? Achei que esse aqui já tinha ido. Ah, 19 minutos. Porra. Ok. O que é isso? Bora pro abismo. Vamos ver qual é a bênção também. Deixa eu baixar um pouco a música. Tá me tirando o foco. Deixa eu ver aqui. Resetado. Dano do ataque imersivo é aumentado em 20%. Vamos. É muito estranho falar vamos em vez de vamos. Depois tem que atingir os oponentes por 8 segundos. Máximo de 3 acúmulos. Ok, no máximo 2 vezes 3, 60% de aumento de dano. Let's go, Xiao. Ok. Já li. O efeito termina se o personagem deixar o campo. Ok, eu não tinha lido isso. Ok, abismo. Abismo, né? Vamos ver. Ok. Hum. 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 Tá. Eu ia falar a Yak em cima por causa desses dois. Mas isso aqui talvez foda. Mas vamos ver a câmera 3 primeiro. Ok, tá. Eu acho que o melhor é o Xiao em cima. Xiao, Shanlin, Sucrose e Bennett. Meus timezinhos do abismo. Ayaka, Chiquinho, Kazuha e Dayona. Vamos torcer pra dar certo. E é isso, né? Torcer, porque a sofrência do abismo não bastou a sofrência do evento na live de mais cedo? Claro que não. Genshin player só quer se fuder, só quer tomar no cu aqui, ó. Não. Recarga de energia aumenta 20%. Feita cura. Recarga de energia é uma boa. Ok.
I'm going in! You're toast! Out of the frying pan, it's swirl, smart, don't break my
Ai,
glasses.
caralho. Ai, caralho, Sucrose.
Lament! Worthless! Let's get down to business. Test objective. Here!
Nossa, cara, que ódio. A Sucrose foi muito culpada. Ela é muito ruim na hora de tancar dano. Ok. Primeira câmera foi. Quer dizer, primeira parte da primeira câmera. Ok. Pá, 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 pá. Ok.
No, my sword. Let me lead you. Look at you, Bootown.
Ah, não trava. Fudeu. Travou, não quer voltar.
Yeah. Think you can bully me?
Por que... What the... Por que meu Genshin só fechou? What? 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 Era só que me faltava. What they're going to say? Let the song. Ai, cara, eu vou dar um tiro na minha cabeça. Começamos bem, né? Começamos incrivelmente bem. Ninguém se fechando sozinho, travando. Can't get to me at all. E lá vamos nós, abrir tudo de novo. Eu não tinha mudado isso aqui também? Agora sim. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind in the sky. Let it go, let it go. Turn away, na, na, na. Here I stand. Let us rage on. Por favor, Genshin. Por favor. Por que você tá travando? Por que você tá fechando? Você tava normal. Você sempre esteve normal. O que aconteceu pra você travar? É por causa da live? A live tá pesando, talvez. Por que eu tô falando com um jogo como se fosse uma pessoa? Ok. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Boa tarde, Dari. Como assim o Hora não ganhou o prêmio de melhor roleplayer? Como assim ele não ganhou? Como assim? E eu adorei que você chegou num ótimo momento, porque meu Genshin simplesmente travou e fechou no meio do abismo. E eu tô tendo que abrir de novo. The girl never body me anyway. Não suportava mais os lands, que premiação podre. É aquela premiação lá que deu toda aquela treta? Eu espero que não seja, porque aquela premiação lá... Ok, estamos de volta. Sim? Não? Por que travou? Sim? Max ganhou! Uhul! Ok. Se o Royer perdeu pro Max, então vale a pena. Valeu a pena a derrota, porque o Max é muito foda. Ok, voltando pra Abismo. Cheeks are sunken like an old man's as he dies, and from the bulging of your eyes. Ok. Calma, deixa eu arrumar a sensibilidade. Ok, eu acho que assim tá bom. Bora.
Another test subject.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Eat this. Nice and spicy.
Pelo amor de Deus.
Animal
Grossa, se
hypostasis
você
simulation.
ficar sendo roubada de novo, eu juro que eu mato você aqui, Grossa.
The wrong test subject. The wrong test subject.
Here! Worthless! Here!
Por favor, não trave e feche, por favor. Por favor. Ok. Travou, mas continuou. Eu espero que continue certo. Ok. Deixa eu só dar uma pausa na música aqui. Volta depois, Nix, mas boa sorte no abismo. Ok, vai lá. Obrigado.
Let's get down to business. One with nature.
No, my sword. Let me weave you a bird. Think you can bully me? Whirling snow. Yeah.
Another test subject.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Take flight.
The wrong test subject. The wrong test subject.
Nice. Continuar. Ah, meu nariz, que ódio. Taxa crítica e dano crítico, com certeza.
Everybody stand back. Hey, yeah. Booba, get the...
Evil conquering. Here!
Bora. Bora.
Here!
Ai, ai.
Worthless!
Haha.
Another test subject.
Stand clear.
Freeze.
Teamwork is dreamwork. You're toast. Swirl, Mark 2.
Lament! Worthless! Here!
Bora, bora, bora. Ai, ai. Ai, essa vai. Essa desgraça aqui.
Worthless.
Entendeu? Ok, agora foi. Por favor, monitor, para de piscar. Por favor.
I'm here.
The wind knows me.
No, my sword. Witness the power of Google. Diana Special.
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Another test subject.
Into the wind.
Já foi geral aqui.
My apologies.
Mas de novo. Tá ficando repetido essas duas partes do abismo, hein?
One with nature.
Rain outlines your fate.
Picked the wrong test.
Take flight. Sakura swirl.
Ok, próximo. Próxima câmera. Ah, meu nariz! Habilidade elemental aumenta, ok. Ah, que é isso? E é claro que eu tô com zero de carga.
Animal test 6308.
Hahaha.
Frying pan. Everybody stand back. Animal hypostasis emulation. That's so.
So boring.
Off we go. Get out of here. Where are you? I'm going in. Booba, get them. Animal test 6308.
Cadê? Nossa, como eu odeio ela!
Evil conquering.
Her Majesty's power flows through me.
Here. Worthless. Here.
Eu odeio a dona dos espelhos!
Shut it.
Nice and spicy. Stand clear. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dream. Eat this.
Ok.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves my night.
Can't handle your dreams.
Mas você sabe que tem esse monstro aqui agora?
No, my sword.
Porra,
Let me
gente.
leave you a verse.
Tanto bicho novo que entrou e só falava
Rolling
os
snow.
mesmos.
Yeah.
Não tô falando dos mesmos que tem há muito tempo, tô falando dos mesmos novos em todas as câmeras. Que bosta, viu? Ah, talvez. Acho que o Xiao vai ter que ir embaixo por causa que eu preciso de pyro pra isso aqui. E eu vou precisar que o Kazuha junte bastante esses cogumelos aqui. E eu preciso matar esse soldado pyro. Ok. Bora. Espero que dê certo. Bora. Ah, meu nariz. Por que meus cachorros estão latindo, cara? Oh! Eu estourei o microfone, foi mal. Vou pegar isso aqui.
Into the wind.
É difícil.
No, my sword. Witness the power of...
Clouds hide. The birds call. One with nature.
Foi? Caramba. Achei que teria mais. Ok.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Ah!
Go in! You're toast! Animal test 6308.
Disappear. Worthless. Worthless.
Bora. Matou o grande, ok.
Worthless.
Bora nesse pequeno aqui.
Worthless.
Será que acaba antes de 9 minutos?
Worthless.
Menos de 1 minuto dessa câmera. Delícia. Ok. Dano supremo. Aumenta 20%. Perfeito.
Into the wind.
Rain outlines your fate. Think you can bully me?
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows it.
My apologies.
E é claro que
Yeah.
One with nature.
Take flight.
Ah, meu Deus!
You, Boozle. Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
The wind knows it. Clouds hide. The birds call.
Ok.
Absorption test. Everybody stand back.
Useless.
Animal hypostasis in.
Alô? Do Xiao?
Here. Worthless. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here. Boring.
Só falta você? Ótimo.
Stand clear.
O bom é que eu posso também recarregar minhas
Useless. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Absorption test.
Gel, foi, só falta sucrose. Ai! Morra, sucrose! Cara, sucrose é uma das piores personagens pra você jogar no Abismo, porque é muito fácil de ser combada. Sucrose e a Miko. Assim, top personagens horríveis, porque... Não tô falando que ela é horrível de dano, horrível. Tô falando que elas são horríveis porque elas não... Elas são muito fáceis de ser combadas. Elas não... Ai,
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
No, my sword.
Your sacrifice is ready.
eu só quero...
Send this now.
Essa chata aqui. Ai,
My apologies.
The wind knows. Time to go. One with nature.
Shake it and stir. Can't handle your dirt. Let me leave you a verse. Huh? That rain outlines your face. Whirling snow.
Meet again.
Into the wind.
My apologies.
ok. Próximo.
I'm going in. Eat this. Nova, get them. Swirl, Mark 2. Stand clear. Absorption test.
Evil conquering. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Nice. Easy peasy. Agora o piso 11, o piso que dá medo. Ok. A primeira parte parece de boa. Eu espero. Ah, puta que pariu. Tomei no cu. O Dragarto já é muito chato. Eu consigo usar um ou outro pra se matar, mesmo se eu for com casa lá embaixo. Vou precisar de arqueiro em cima. Tomei no cu. Porque as primeiras duas câmeras, o melhor é o caso aí embaixo. Porque aí o Shell consegue lidar com os dragartos mais facilmente, porque ele tem mais dano. Mas a câmera 3, que eu preciso da Iona em cima por causa do arco dela, pra derrubar o dragão. E 2 que eu preciso matar esses caras aqui muito rápido. Principalmente essa filha da puta da Dama do Espelho. Então, talvez eu faça até aqui com o caso ré embaixo, depois eu vou inverter pra fazer o caso ré em cima. Não tenho certeza. Vamos ver. Ok, bora lá. Cara, não aguento mais meu nariz. Eu não tô precisando de proficiência. Vou pegar isso aqui. Ah. Ok.
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Não, calma. Eu já comecei errado porque eu não comecei com o Bennett. Foda-se, foi de proficiência.
Everybody stand back. Animal hypostasis.
Oh, meus manos. Olha pra mim. Atenção. Obrigado. Não é pra você bater no negócio. Ah, é claro que os dois Vai todo mundo ali.
Right hit. Absorption test.
Boring.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Lament. Worthless. Worthless.
Ok. Foda que eu fiquei sem energia, mas... Não tem muito o que eu fazer.
One with nature.
Take flight.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Whirling snow. Shake it and stir it. No, my sword.
Para de bater no negócio! Ok.
Teamwork is
É
teamwork.
claro que os dois.
Stand clear. Absorption test.
E é claro que eu não tô com a ult do Xiao.
Let's light it up. Nice and spicy. Adventure time. Animal hypostasis emulation. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Vamos, ult do Bennett!
I'm going in.
Disappear. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Corno, desgraçado. Tem que separar, né?
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Active right hit. Let's light it up.
Worthless.
Ai!
Teamwork is dreamwork. You're toast.
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Nossa, que ódio que eu tenho de bicho que vai indo pra trás.
Worthless. Boring.
Nice and spicy. Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Adventures.
Booba, get them.
Ai!
Absorption test.
Useless.
Ok, ok. Ok.
The wind knows it.
Take flight. Rain outlines your fate.
Into the wind.
Ótimo lugar pra congelar, né, corno?
My apologies.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Take flight.
Ok. Última câmara. O foda é que tem o dragão. Eu espero que eu consiga matar ele sem ele estar voando. Ou conseguir derrubar ele com o Xiao, sei lá.
Off we go. Everybody stand back. Swirl, Mark 2. Stand clear. Animal test 63.
Lament. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Ok, foi. Ah!
Here. Worthless. Boring.
Worthless.
Nice and spicy. Absorption test. Going in. Eat this. Booba, get them. Animal test 6308. Enhanced cannon.
Evil conquering. Here.
Ok. Não vou precisar da Diana, então. Junta geral aqui.
Diana special.
Rain cutter. One with nature.
My apologies.
Meu Deus, 15 minutos. É difícil.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. The wind knows how.
Whirling snow. Embrace the ice. Know my sword.
É claro que tem duas na no espelho.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Let me weave you a verse. Look at you, bring it down.
One with nature.
Sakura swirl.
Sobrou. Uma terceira!
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter. Diana
Eu tenho
special.
50 segundos pra te matar.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Into the wind.
Take flight.
One with nature.
Gone. My apologies. Embrace the ice.
Ufa. Ok. Piso 12. Eu nunca consigo fazer o piso 12, então não espere muito. Não, isso aqui não. Isso aqui é muito chato de matar. Puta que pariu. O Shell não pode ir embaixo. Aí tem que ser Shell em cima. E aí aqui embaixo. Ai, que ódio de nariz. Por favor, que dê certo. Eu nunca consegui fazer um piso 12. É muito pouco tempo, eu não sei se eu vou conseguir.
Everybody stand back.
Por favor, fiquem juntos.
Swirl, Mark 2. I should sleep on it.
Tá vendo como essa Cross é um cu? É um cu, eu não consegui nem tacar a porra da ult dela. Ela morre, desgraça. Caralho.
I'm going in. Hey, yeah. Enhanced animal module.
Lament.
Por favor, fiquem
Here.
juntos.
Here.
Ah!
Away. Worthless.
Morre.
Here.
Puta vida, cara. Olha a merda. Olha meu Shell
Let's
morrendo.
light it
Olha
up.
meu Shell morrendo.
Absorption test. Stand clear.
Oh, meu Deus. Essas máquinas. Caralho.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Fiquem juntas.
Evil conquering. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Ai, vocês... Puta que pariu. Essa porra fica com dentro. Eu não posso tacar fire em mim, senão eu morro.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test.
Boa, Sucrose! Ult como sempre, Sucrose. Cara,
Booba, get them.
vou cometer um assassinato.
Let's light it up. Everybody stand back!
Lament! Worthless!
É claro que esses dois têm que ficar separados, né? Só pra me fuder mais, eu não basta ter vida pra caralho.
Worthless! Worthless!
Cara, eu não vou tentar fazer 3. Eu não vou conseguir fazer, na verdade.
Eat this! Reese! Nice and spicy!
Ai, ai, essa Sucrose e esse Bennett. Um pior que o outro.
The day has finally come!
Eu vou dar um tiro na minha pessoa.
Off we go! Teamwork is dreamwork! You're toast! Enhanced animal module.
Disappear! Cheer! Cheer! Cheer!
Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
Por que vocês têm que ficar
Let's
separados?
light it up!
Diz. Qual a necessidade de ficar tão separado?
I'm going in!
Lament! Cheer!
Caralho.
Worthless!
Nossa, como eu odeio. Eu odeio. Não, no fundo da minha alma. Eu odeio.
Worthless! Cheer! Cheer! Useless!
Off we go! Absorption test.
Por que vocês têm que ficar aqui dentro? Olha isso, cara. Não dá pra fazer esse abismo sem escudo. E eu não tenho Zonli, cara. Eu vou surtar. Eu tô a 2 passos de dar um tiro na minha cabeça. Deixa eu pegar esse aqui já. Eu vou colocar a E aqui em cima. Errado. Se eu tivesse um Zumbi e minha Faruzan tivesse C6, seria 1000 vezes mais fácil.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come.
Can't handle your drink.
Ó o outro vagabundo
Take
lá
flight.
na puta que pariu.
Sakura swirl.
Foda que minha
Into the
gato
wind.
carece.
Time to go.
Shaken and stirred. No, my sword. Let me weave you a birth.
Inferno do caralho.
Look at you, boo down. Whirling snow.
Cara, já sei. Vou colocar a Dayona junto com o Xiao em cima. Xiao. A Chunin dá um dano pra caralho, então eu vou manter a Chunin. Porra, eu não aguento mais usar sucrose, cara. Não aguento mais. Deixa eu só ver quais são. Porra, Serpente das Ruínas. Se pá. Colocar Shanlin e Bennett juntos. E daí colocar... Porra, mas aí o meu chão não vai ter o negócio animo, né? preciso soltar com meus cachorros. Voltei. Um escudo com cura e cura mais bônus de dano. Talvez. Vai ter que ser.
Everybody stand back! Swirl, Mark II! Sketch! Can't handle your dream!
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless!
Think you can bully me?
Me deixa em paz, inferno.
Shake and stir! Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Por que o outro tá lá na puta que pariu? O que eu vou fazer aí na puta que pariu, hein? Arrombado, caralho.
Look at you, Bootail! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's lock!
Lament! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here!
Morre. Você, mais da metade da vida, já vai tomar.
Here! Useless!
Absorption test. Sketch. Think you can bully me? I'm going in. Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test.
Cadê o bicho?
Disappear! Here! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless!
Sketch. Adventure time.
Shut it!
Qual foi? Esses bichos é muito apelão, cara.
Teamwork is dream. Enhanced animal module 70. Think you can bully me? Look at you, Bootail.
Foreign! Useless! Lament!
Você volta aqui, seu merda. Você volta aqui, seu merda.
Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Useless!
Get out of here.
Ai, eu odeio esses bichos.
Absorption test. Stand clear. Let's light it up. Everybody stand back. Diana special.
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here!
Cara, chegou um ponto pra mim que você tá tipo... Ah, se você for no meio, você não passa. Foda-se.
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Shake it and stir. Animal hypostasis emulate. Teamwork is dreamwork. Can't handle your dream.
Boring! Evil conquering! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Here!
Think you can bully me? Look. Oh.
Ok.
I won't accept defeat.
jogo de
Why do they never... Useless.
Não posso falar o resto da minha vida.
Stand clear. Swirl, Mark 2.
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless!
Shaken and stirred.
Fica ficando assim, nossa. É menos importante que eu perder. Vai, Scroll, pode correr.
Need to make adjustments. You can bully me. Look at you, Blue Down. I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Puta que pariu. Que ódio eu tenho.
Let's go. Shaken and stirred. Useless. Off we go.
Evil conquering! Worthless! 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 Here!
Puta que pariu.
Think you can bully me? Adventures. Shoot! I can't afford any more bandages. Shaken and stirred.
Boring!
Can't handle your drink. Huh. Let's light it up. Think you can bully me?
Cara. Cara!
Lament!
Morre!
Worthless!
Nossa, eu deixei sua live aberta em volume baixo e fui fazer café. Eu comecei a escutar os sussurros e achei que tava ficando louca. Eu tô 2 passos de surtar, Ina. Eu juro, eu não... Eu tô com a sucrose morta na primeira câmera. O meu Xiaomi é... Nossa, cara. Eu odeio o Abismo, eu odeio do fundo da minha alma. Como que pode esse seu... Ah.
After frying pan, into the fire. Hey,
As one with wind and cloud.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your face. Know my
Estrela nessa
soul.
merda, quer ver?
Embrace the ice.
Eu já perdi minhas 2 estrelas.
My apologies.
Cara. Pode, 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 pode.
The wind knows me.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Witness the power of whirling snow. Booba, get them.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
You're toast.
Tá ali na metade da vida ainda. Eu vou
Flight.
entrar em surto, cara.
Time to act.
E essa porra fica embaixo da terra.
Nice and spicy. Yeah. My apologies. Sakura swirl.
One with nature.
É absurdo pra mim.
Take flight. Yeah.
Estrela. Somente na metade da vida desse bicho.
Know my sword. Eat this. Nice and spicy.
Olha como o dano existe.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
Whirling snow! Let me weave you a verse. So rude! Take flight!
Desisto. Abis 12 não é pra mim. Não é. Não dá pra fazer. É impossível. E cada dia mais a Mihoyo só piora. É isso. Não vai dar pra eu fazer o Abis 12. Sinto muito. Eu não tenho time pay to win pra fazer essa porra. Não dá. Até o 11 eu consigo de boa. Mas 12 é outro nível que a Mihoyo sempre fode com tudo. E não dá, sério. Bom, com isso dito, vamos fazer o quê? A missão do Neuvilete. Porque eu preciso de gemas e é isso. Bora pra missão do Neuvilete. Deixa eu fechar a porta que tá vindo vento frio. Ai, meu nariz. Help me. Eu queria dizer que eu odeio. What the fuck?
Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Ai. Ok. Missão do Neuvilete. Lá vamos nós. Preciso deixar claro aqui meu ódio por cadeira gamer, que além de desconfortável, ela é horrível de puxar pra frente. Sempre fica travando. Bora lá falar com o Neuvilete. Olá!
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neurvalet, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, Neurvalet! Sabine! Hey there! What are you two talking about? Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice. No, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Planejando entrar em uma nova indústria, eu posso te apresentar alguns detetives incríveis.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on any...
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Kiara! Eu preciso dessa Melusine pra mim. É o nome da minha cachorra.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh? I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist... I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding.
Then I shall return to my post for now. Should anyone visit while you are away, I will be sure to make a record of it. I sincerely hope that you will return soon.
Certo.
Judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Conflitos de interesse? Poderia explicar em detalhes?
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Concordo.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them.
Hã? Como assim? Não faça essa
The
cara.
reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Meu Deus, que horror! Nossa, que ódio. Você está preocupado de que você é o verdadeiro alvo do criminoso? Me parece que eles estão usando as Melusines contra você. Nossa, cara, que horror! As Melusines são tão incríveis. Como que pode ter gente que não gosta delas?
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Eu acho que o Neuvillette quer investigar sozinho porque... Por causa desse mesmo caso que ele falou de 400 anos atrás. E ele sente que se não for ele, não vai dar certo.
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
Porque ele não é humano?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
O Apepe.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider.
Quando você
A
fala
fish
desse
out of
jeito,
water.
também somos forasteiros em Fontaine.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Sim, a gente é
I'm
profissional.
starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
O fato de ter uma Melusine chamada Kiara é muito incrível. Eu já amo as Melusines e eu amo o nome Kiara, tanto que eu dei pra minha cachorra.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true?
Eu não acho.
Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
Tipo, Fontaine é a nação Hydro e ele é o dragão primordial Hydro. São, tipo, praticamente duas coisas que convivem juntas. Ok.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Sério, Paimon.
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions.
Paimon, pelo amor de Deus,
Please allow me to
Paimon.
rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Tela branca, flashbang. 250 metros. Ok. Para lá. Eu não aguento mais essa tela branca na minha cara! Eu não aguento mais. Eu tô muito estressado por causa do abismo.
I never thought I'd see him here. Does anyone have a camera?
Oh. Estou olhando pra gente por causa do flash. Você é a Kiara?
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are?
Que bonitinha.
Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you.
Que bonitinha!
Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter. Oh, right. I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek.
Kiara?
But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Alguém que segue você pelas costas, alguém que sempre conversa com você.
Ah! Did you think of something?
Se ela falar não, eu juro que eu vou gargalhar.
Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Ok, baralhou a carta.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you.
É alguém... tô entendendo.
A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We can't rule out that possibility.
De alguém tirando foto da gente.
Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Marmonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe.
Aqui. Na verdade... Ah, não. É uma flor.
With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it. Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Ah, que bonitinho! Que ódio, eu com vontade de esmagar. Eu quero um ursinho da Kiara. Eu quero um ursinho.
All right. Let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of
É muito
Kiara.
abraçável, né? Você coloca aqui os braços embaixo dos braços dela e aperta e esmaga.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you?
Ninguém aqui. Talvez esteja mais longe de... Esteja usando câmera cruzada. Tá. Ok. Vamos lá, Kiara.
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Tá porra, você tem mais de 400
Carol?
anos.
Did Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you? My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh, Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Quem foi? Quem foi? Eu tava indo no local certo, hein? Pega.
Strange. Olaf!
É uma pessoa de vermelho.
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here? Did you run into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around. May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
Nossa.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time.
Que foda.
Pretty cool.
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course. Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well.
Que foi, Traveler?
Huh? What are you looking at?
Acho que tem alguém ali, mas eu não consigo ver.
Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Sério? Sério isso, Charlotte?
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Não parece que era a Charlotte naquela vez. Na verdade, talvez, por causa do chapéu. Eu achei que era um pedaço do ombro.
Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
Paimon, por que você abre essa boca, Paimon?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Nouvelette and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think?
Não. Definitivamente não. Se a gente está ocupado investigando algo, não é o momento de você interromper, Charlotte, por causa de uma entrevista exclusiva. Ai, que ódio.
Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. What a shame. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat
No.
letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
Não.
All right.
Porra.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Como?
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Nouvelette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines. So, anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
Well, that was a nice chat.
Florinde! Ainda bem, eu tava
What do you
preocupada.
think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
A Kiara tava
I
sozinha.
think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Haran, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Nouvelette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my
Ah, Nervalette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
É, até porque não dá pra confiar, porque vocês dois não se separam, né? Porque a Paimon fala, ah, Trevor, vai lá dar uma olhada. Daí 5 segundos depois a Paimon tá junta.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Nouvelette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Nervalette.
How has your...
Same as usual. My schedule normally isn't too
Ooh, then shall we go out to play? I've even signed up as a volunteer lifeguard.
Bruno says it works like rain. Não falamos do Bruno, não, não, não. Ok. Eu não aguento mais, meus cachorros latindo, eu vou acertar. Olha lá eles latindo de novo. Isso, late. É tudo que eu quero mesmo. Latindo.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Claran. She offered to help.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like...
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade. I've come up with 2 plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents?
Não
That's
subestime
a
o
lot of
Dex
reading even
Neuvillette.
for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Não vamos, não.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Oi? 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 O réu, Risley, confessou seus crimes e foi declarado culpado pela Dex Neuvillette. Oi? Oi? Risley será exilado para a Fortaleza Meropide, onde ele irá servir sua sentença. Como é que é? Durante o julgamento, Neuvillette permaneceu em silêncio por muito tempo. Sobre a proposta de conselho representativo? Como assim? O Conselho Representativo enviou um pedido de colaboração com o Marechalato Fantasma em um determinado evento público. Baseado em suas pesquisas, eles acreditam que Melusines podem aumentar a popularidade desses eventos. O Marechalato Fantasma ainda não respondeu. Entretanto, ele não proibiu as Melusines de participarem em tais atividades. Sobre o caso de contrabando. O caso de contrabando foi resolvido pelas forças conjuntas dos Guards e do Marechalato Fantasma. Os principais criminosos receberam a sentença baseada na severidade de seus crimes. Por favor, consulte o apêndice para a lista de nomes. Ok. Sobre o caso de propina. Houve um enorme escândalo sobre propina dentro dos guards. A patrulha de segurança e monitoramento especial investigou todo o caso. Todos os suspeitos envolvidos foram presos. Os suspeitos confessaram seus crimes. Só isso? Ok, vamos ver o que tem aqui. Sobre a espina de Rosula. Kalas, o chefe da espina de Rosula, foi derrotado em um duelo e morreu com ferimentos graves. A tentativa de defender sua honra chegou ao fim. O réu não declarou nenhuma objeção durante o julgamento. E o Dex Neuvillette reservou seu julgamento neste caso. Os detalhes ainda estão sendo investigados.
Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there are so many documents lying around.
Porra, Paimon, ele tá aí há mais de 400 anos. Quantos casos você acha que teve, Paimon?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right. Let us take a break then.
Não dou 2 centavos que a Paimon vai dormir aí nesse sofá? Oh.
Uh,
De novo, não.
Even though resting is a part of take, all the silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mammonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
Nem te conto.
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like D-Luke.
Nem te conto, Paimon.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
Mas é só água.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Ai, tia.
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
Sabe o que é pior? Parece que o Traveler tá levando isso muito a sério.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Lá vai a Paimon falar. Ah, é só gosto de água.
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference.
Talvez porque ele seja a porra do dragão de água.
Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Duh.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Dois.
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me.
Verdade, ninguém sabe porque a Novelette nasceu humano.
For a long time, my memory was rather incomplete. With regard to the primordial sea, for example, I used to only be able to vaguely recall its connection to me, but I was unaware of what that connection was exactly.
Olha que tradução incompleta. Ele falou do mar primordial e não está escrito aqui.
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
Principalmente a Pepe, já que é o único que a gente conhece, porque O Gel a gente acha que é o Zonli, mas a gente não tem certeza. Ele é um dragão, mas eu não lembro se ele é o dragão primordial Gel. O elétrico a gente nunca viu, o Anemo também não, porque o Divalen não é o dragão primordial, tá? Só lembrando. O que mais? Só tem o Pepe e o Neuvillette por enquanto.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents?
É só não ler Paimon.
Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Outra ideia.
Water? Do you mean...
A fonte de Lucine,
That's right.
Claro. A fonte que tem todas as memórias.
The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Bora.
Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
É mais fácil não ter ninguém durante a madrugada, né? Esse aqui do Risley também. Pô. Ok, bora lá pra fonte. Eu não aguento mais, meu nariz, socorro! Pam, param, pam, param, pam, param, pam. Toto kere yukuyo, umekase kimakase nami makase. Shewa no muko.
Monsieur Neuvillette?
Que susto, caralho!
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Eu deveria beber mais água do mar primordial?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you...
Eita, bengalona!
Oh, it's glowing!
Mami wa makura ni negura wa fumi, hori hata ni ketateru wa loku. Conforme a fonte de Lucine começa a acender, uma onda de tontura começa a tomar conta de você. Eu não aguento mais, meu nariz escorrendo. Hã? O que aconteceu? Tudo parece um pouco diferente de como é normalmente. Eu deveria continuar adiante e dar uma olhada em volta. O clichê do passado em preto e branco. Neuvillette? Pera. Carol? Carole? Sei Sei lá.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
Depressão uma hora dessas? Pois é.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless.
Elas são tão
In
fofinhas.
truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
Vai fazer Abismo o evento?
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village.
O Neuvillette tá
When
fazendo
they hit me in the
SMR
head.
no meu ouvido.
And I tried really hard not to cry.
As coisas em geral? Ah, ok. Pra dizer a verdade, muitas pessoas jogaram pedras na gente. Não, 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 não. Não, por favor, não. E nos disseram para voltarmos para a nossa vila. Doeu muito quando acertaram minha cabeça. Eu tentei bastante não chorar. Ah, não, por favor, não. Eu não quero chorar.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome.
Oh.
Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
Ah, cara, eu tô lembrando que ele falou que ela tirou a própria vida. Ah, mano. Eu não quero chorar. Ela tá tão otimista, tão feliz. Mas ela tá sofrendo tanto. Ah.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt
Eu
like
tô
he wasn't
chorando já,
interested
eu
in
também.
anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Não faz isso comigo, por favor. Baderico? Não era Valtron?
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Por favor, eu não quero presenciar.
Thanks, but no need.
Tá tudo bem, Carol. Tá tudo bem, Carol.
Hello, I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Eu tô com medo.
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Vai se fuder, sua vadinha do caralho, puta.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Ai, que vontade de espancar essa puta vadia, vagabunda do caralho. Deixa eu só conferir. Ok, eu fui conferir se na minha live tá com o negócio que vai ter muito xingamento. Vadia do caralho, filha da puta, pau no cu, arrombada. Resto de aborto.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters.
Monstro, você
Haven't
tá-
you realized?
Nossa, cara,
Strange
eu vou perder a
incidents have been
paciência.
increasing ever since they came.
Enfia um peixe no cu de que é sereia, desgraça. E nada pra puta que pariu, pra casa do caralho.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilat allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Vai se fuder. E outra, não é Nervilet, é Neuvilet. Você não consegue nem falar o nome dele direito, burra. Foi confirmar que não vai levar bronca, basicamente.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Cara, eu vou arrancar essas sobrancelhas e enfiar na sua orelha. E depois puxar até sair sangue. Arrombado do caralho. Imagina se eles descobrem que o Neuve é um dragão. Então, mano.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
Nossa, olha que pescoço perfeito pra caber minha mão aqui, ó. Ai, que ódio.
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him.
Ah, Carol. Ela tá preocupada mais com o povo falando mal do Neuvillette do que dela. Ah, não faz isso.
We joined the Mari Shosei Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know.
Eu vou acabar quebrando o mouse. E eu vou me fuder porque meu irmão vai me xingar. Ódio! Até estourei o áudio aqui. Nossa, meu microfone tá indo pro amarelo. Quase indo pro vermelho. Puta que pariu, viu? Até diminuiu um pouco aqui, não. Um pouco aqui. Até perdi a dicção.
So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Cara, eu vou enfiar uma tora cheia de prego no cu dessa pessoa. Não fica triste, Carol. Não fica. A culpa não é sua. É culpa desses arrombados do caralho. Que não merecem existir.
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Voltron? Será que você é o Voltron?
Vautrin?
Voltron?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Shosei Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Nervilet's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
Cara, Cara, tá vendo esse laço aqui? Eu vou pegar ele, vou puxar até te enforcar. Eu vou ser banido, cara? Essa missão vai me fazer ser banido? Não importa os avisos que tem tem palavreado chulo, que tem palavrão e essas caralhas toda, eu vou acabar sendo banido de tanto ódio que eu tô despejando. Eu tô quase mandando 3 letrinhas pra essa puta aqui.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Pois é, né? É difícil conviver com uma piranha. Não fica assim, Carol. Não fica.
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
Porque são um bando de filhos da puta.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you.
Se boato fosse verdadeiro, não se chamaria boato.
There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Ó, eu sei que você quer meio que proteger ela, fazendo ela sair e não ter que se fuder. Mas eu acho que desmotivar ela não é o melhor caso aqui.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier.
Carol, não importa o quanto você tente. Se o outro lado não ceder, nunca vai dar certo.
Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Por favor, não faz isso comigo. Bem pequeno o título, né? Bem pequeno.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
O que foi?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin.
Ai, que bonitinho! É uma concha com uma pérola.
Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Ela tá tão otimista, tão feliz. Ela quer tanto que isso dê certo, cara.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in.
Como é que pode esse preto e branco tá mais bonito no meu monitor ruim do que no monitor bom?
Please be on your guard for the next few days.
No meu outro monitor tá mais avermelhado e tá dando uma sensação mais bonita. Sensação mais bonita, não sensação. Enquanto nesse aqui tá tão... acho que é esse o motivo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
O quê? Soco nessa sua fuça e quebrar todos os seus dentes?
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Nervalette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Eu vou te sufocar até a morte com esse seu chapéu, sua puta.
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally.
Mais um aqui, ó, pra eu apertar isso aqui, ó, até perder o ar.
There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine.
Eu acho que você é muito burro, não cabe um cérebro aqui nessa cabeça aqui, porque ela é muito pequena.
So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melazines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Nervilette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Eu vou te calvar, sua puta. Eu vou te calvar, vou passar maquininha zero nesse seu cabelo de merda. Não. Não. Não.
Turn the murderer in!
Não. Sua puta. Sua puta.
Melazines can't be trusted! That goes for Nervalette too!
Ai, que vontade de matar essa puta. Olha isso, tô deixando a Melazine tão triste, velho.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever
Por
come
que eu não
back.
posso usar minha espada? Me deixa usar minha espada, caralho.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Nervilette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
Tira essa porra dessa música de Macarena. Vai se fuder. Ela tava tão feliz.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Nervilette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young.
Por favor, não me diz que ele vem a Carol como uma irmã mais nova dele. Por favor, não. Por favor, não.
She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront New Villette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
Eu te apoio. Vamos matar todos esses filhos da puta.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Nervalette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Nervillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Nervillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Nervillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, The oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr.
Vai
Vautrin.
ser, então. Ah, velho. Vautrin, por que você sabia? Você sabe como o Neuvillette é. Por que você tá fazendo isso com ele? O Neuvillette tá... Nossa, dá pra sentir na voz dele o quanto que ele tá extremamente chateado, triste e não quer fazer isso com você, mas ele tem que seguir a lei.
According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mano, até perder extermino. Eu também.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
O que foi aquilo?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
Eu também.
Wow, the Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
As memórias que vieram relacionadas a você.
Which ones?
De quando você trouxe Carolyn à corte de Fontaine. Até quando você declarou Vautrin culpado.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form.
Não foi bom.
You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
Oh, didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia, nice to see you again. Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts,
there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about. Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too. All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Nervilette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Foi muito bonitinho ver essa diferença. Agora, um pouco protegendo os melusines. Eu não aguento mais chorar.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves a...
Monsieur Neverland, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Pera lá. Se fosse realmente um membro da Espina de Ursula, teria dado o recado em nome da Návia. Ou seria a Návia em si dando o recado. Não vá. Não vai. Não vai. Isso é obviamente uma armadilha.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Maréchaussée Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off. But, oh well, let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essin here?
Yes, that's me.
You're Essin?
Yes, monsieur, Nervilette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
Não negou de primeira.
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Mas o Domenico tá preso.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place.
But...
Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I am extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
Nossa, calma. Continuar a missão atual. Bora. Fortaleza Meropide, aqui vamos nós. Risley. Acho melhor nesse. Risley! Oh, eu tô olhando o meu negocinho aqui, sabe? Isso aqui da live, sabe? Isso aqui. Então, eu tô ficando com cada vez mais vontade de fazer esse piercing aqui. Ryan! Seu homem. Seu homem está chegando, Risley. E ele não é loiro. Tem cabelo branco e azul. Se eu ficar aqui embaixo, será que eu vou? Ou será que eu vou? Ryan! Eu quero testar mesmo. Bugar ou morrer? Bugar ou morrer? Não acontece nada. Para. Onde que vai estar saindo? Risley. Cadê a caralho? Cadê a ponte? Será que dá pra mergulhar aqui? Não dá. Não é aqui. Achei. Risley!
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself. Guess we've made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Que homem, cara.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine?
Sijuin!
Sijuin!
Uma Melazine chamada Kiara recebeu uma carta com uma ameaça.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarand is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, Head Nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Risley.
Risley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns.
Ele tava dando uma bronca, mas... Você entendeu? Você entendeu o ponto que eu quero
Thanks
chegar?
for the trouble. consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Bronca de casal, exatamente.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
Vamos.
And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Ah, me deixa! Consegui uma refeição boa? Será que eu consigo mais? Aff, só deixa eu pegar um. Pra onde que é a enfermaria mesmo? Eu adoro a trilha sonora da Fortaleza. É mó legal. Inclusive, se isso aqui não dá uma vibe de Arcane, eu sou louco, tá? É literalmente Piltover e... Esqueci o nome do outro local lá. Nossa, eu ainda lembro da gente passando aqui e o Linney passando ali como se nada tivesse acontecendo.
Did Neuvillette just walk by?
Eu achei que era ali.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink?
Eu quero falar uma coisa que eu percebi só agora. Wirna, eu acho que você vai entender. Mas rosa, azul e branco. Rosa, azul e branco. Obrigado pela resposta, Wirna.
Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Typical Sijwing. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Eu não prestei atenção, não.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon e eu iremos, e o Dex você por aqui não é bom
That's
sinal.
not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Eu não tinha notado nenhum broche, não, nenhum pinto. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo ver agora. Aham. Rede de ajuda mútua.
You two look kind of familiar. It's the symbol of the mutual aid network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself.
Pera lá, a medalha da paz?
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
Quem que era? Será que é o Domenico que a gente tá procurando ou será que é o
Interested in joining the mutual aid network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our...
Ajudar uns aos outros, faça o máximo pela justiça, não deteste sentenças justas. Acima estão os 3 princípios da rede de ajuda mútua. Todos são bem-vindos a fazer parte e essa associação é gratuita. Não há eventos em grupos obrigatórios. A rede de ajuda mútua encoraja membros a fazer o que podem, incluindo, mas não limitado, a limpar, se exercitar, instruir e estudar. É esperado que todos os membros da rede de ajuda mútua, durante seu tempo na Fortaleza Meropide, enfrentem os crimes que cometeram, encorajem uns aos outros, apoiem-se e recebam um futuro juntos.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged.
Nosso lema pode...
Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
Tem o símbolo que a Caroline e o Voltron usaram, né? Que é a medalha da paz. Deixa eu ver isso aqui. Tirinha da sorte. A sorte que vem facilmente não trará felicidade duradoura. Deixa eu ver se tá aqui. Não, aqui. É o que eu acabei de ler? É o que eu acabei de ler.
Anything you need?
A insígnia que você está usando.
This? Are you interested in joining them?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
Sim, foi o Voltron! Foi o Voltron!
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to make...
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
Foi o Voltron, mais de 400 anos atrás.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neverland.
Hora. Ele sentadinho.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh. So the network was inspired by...
Voltron.
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Vou querer ela. Tudo bem que eu não tenho gemas pro primeiro banner dela, mas em algum rerun eu vou pegar ela. Risley, estamos indo. Direita, esquerda, direita, esquerda, esquerda. esteja no final da missão.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Não, o Doug
Calm
pode
down.
fazer isso.
I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine?
Não negou, foi ele.
Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that. You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Maréchaussée Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusine?
Ignorância não é
Over
uma desculpa,
there?
por sinal. Você não tem salvação.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melusines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force her to resign from the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melusines to stir up greater chaos? Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility. And how long ago was this incident?
Mais de 400 anos atrás.
More than 400 years.
O Risley sabe, então.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
O Risley sabe que o Neuvillette não é humano. Ok, mas ele sabe que é o dragão Andro?
What do you mean? 400 years ago, you and the Melusines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melusines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melusines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melusines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melusines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on.
Risley sabe sobre o Neuvillette.
People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now,
Your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Tragédias como essa não vão se repetir.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
Meu casal! Eu acho que todo mundo deve saber porque nunca mudou o chefe da justiça. Não é possível. Mas aí é que tá. O Neuvillette não quer que ninguém saiba que ele é o dragão Hydro. Mas, obviamente, ele tem características não humanas, como a orelha mais pontuda de elfo, o fato de ele ser forte pra caralho, o fato de ele conseguir controlar a Hydra sem ter uma visão. Então, eu acho que todo mundo suspeita que ele, humano, não é. Porém, ninguém fala sobre. Só que a questão aqui é o Wriothesley. O que o Wriothesley sabe sobre o Neuvillette? Ele sabe que é um dragão? Ele sabe mais alguma coisa?
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
Ter certeza. Eu acho que ele suspeita que ele deve ser tipo um elfo igual a Klee, que vive pra caralho.
I must say that you've made a fair point.
Mas acho que ele não abre o fator dragão. É, definitivamente. Já que ele pede pra gente manter segredo.
Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Eu acho que não é exatamente um elfo puro, mas talvez um meio elfo, já que a orelha dele não é gigante igual a da Klee.
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me.
Ai, foda-se eles.
The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
A próxima vai no quarto do Wriothesley, então.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Na verdade, tem o guarda.
I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
Você não
Hey
vai...
now, don't let your imagination run wild.
Desculpa, meu mouse foi numa direção... Wirna. Cup of tea? Ana na frente da minha salada. Wirna, olha essa cinturinha, Wirna. Olha essa cinturinha, Wirna. Olha que facilmente pegava essa cinturinha. Olha, olha, olha.
Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
Que homem gostoso, meu Deus. Exatamente.
I see no issues with that.
Great, that's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you want?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network.
Meu Duque do
right?
céu, olha essa voz, o braço desse cara.
Yep, Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
Me dá uma chave de peça.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress.
Deixa eu enfiar a cara nessa teta
According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
Pois é. Pois é. Isso aqui eu também achei estranho. Ô, Win, sabe aquele meme lá da mulher mordendo o peito do The Rock? Então.
What?
Ele não odeia o Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way. Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
É só aquela mulher com um
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one.
Ah, não faz essa cara! Hydro Dragon, don't cry.
That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
Eu tenho. Fica de... não posso terminar essa sentença. Não posso. Mas saiba que começa com fica de.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off. Please, take care.
Ok, acho que a missão só vai ter mais uns 5, 10 minutos de missão. E é isso. Que esquisita a missão não fazer a gente usar o Neuvillette. Normalmente a missão tá aí pra gente testar o boneco, né?
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is...
Meu Deus, ele fala! Meu Deus, ele fala! Como assim ele fala? Caralho, tomei um susto. Eu não esperava por isso.
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
Meu Deus, por que ele não fala? O jogo inteiro é tão incrível quando ele fala. Como rei dragão Hydro, Neuvillette ainda pensa em si como um forasteiro, devido à sua identidade. Mas tanto tempo passou desde então, talvez as linhas entre ele e os humanos há muito tempo se mesclaram.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, de nada, Neuvillette. Oh, cutscene?
Huh? It's raining. Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella. Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder.
Novelete, não... Oh.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Não faz isso comigo!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Nervilette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Essa puta de novo.
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Ai, ele sorriu.
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette. The rainy season's almost over. The skies are supposed to clear in a few days.
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Vai tomar no cu. Ele tá sorrindo, ele tá feliz.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communiqué to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming?
What should I ask him? Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Ok. Palermo Harmonia. Aqui vamos nós. Kiara. Ai, meu nariz. Kiara! Kiara! Kiara? Ah, ela tá dormindo? Ai, que bonitinha.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way?
Ai,
I
Kiara,
haven't
não
seen
faz
her in a
isso.
long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, Kiara, our dreams have finally come true.
Mas não acaba nunca essa tristeza.
I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
Pera, o Abismo visitou? A loja também visitou? Ou eu sou burro? Não sei. Não, ainda falta 13 dias. Ok. Bora lá. Opa, calma. Eu vi o Neuvillette aqui.
I once thought that time was of no consequence to me. Distance yourself from others and stay
Perdeu
focused
quantos
on your
litros
work.
de água?
A few years or a few hundred,
Nesse exato
it's all the
momento,
same.
meu corpo está com menos 3 litros de água. Não é nem questão de que eu perdi 3 litros. Eu perdi tanto que eu não estou mais com uma quantidade de litro que eu deveria ter. Tô com menos do que eu deveria.
But after all this, I've realized that perhaps this way of thinking is fundamentally flawed. The passing of time has its own consequences. The answer that I've been searching for amongst all those lives, perhaps it's life itself.
E é isso, né? Eu tô morrendo aqui. Vou terminar a live por aqui porque eu não aguento mais chorar. Essa missão foi incrível. Tudo nela foi incrível. E vejo vocês. Nix, eu tive uma visão. Oi, Dori. Chegou no final da live. Que visão você teve? Não surte. Ih, não surte o quê? Tá encerrando? Tá, eu acabei de terminar a missão do Neuvillette. Não surte, mas... Mas o quê? Você tá me deixando ansioso. Qual é o elemento? Win! Pare de ser nerd. Yasuo... Kazuha... Você não tá falando do que eu acho que você tá falando, né? Você não tá falando do que eu acho que você tá falando, né? É sobre One Piece? Se for sobre One Piece, eu juro que eu vou te dar ban. Nix. É idêntico. Eu me perdi. Calma. Eu tô julgando. Os dois são gêmeos separados até na ult. Yasuo. Quem que é Yasuo? Ah, é de LOL? Pera, é o de LOL? É o de LOL. Mas faz tanto tempo que eu não jogo LOL. Tem certeza? Você tem certeza? Não é possível que isso pra mim faz sentido. Não é possível, não quis dizer isso na aparência, aliás. É que eu não sei a história dele, eu não sei nem as habilidades dele. Faz muito tempo que eu não jogo LOL. E quando eu joguei, eu só joguei com um personagem... Eu nem li as histórias dos personagens, eu só joguei por diversão. Mas na técnica e nos poderes até faz sentido, então. Win, você que é a nerd de LOL por aí. A única coisa que eu acho igual é o elemento. Ó, pela concept art, o que temos aqui de igual é as folhinhas vermelhas, a espada, até que é bem parecida. Ao indício o elemento. E a sua controla furacões desembainhando a espada. Agora faz sentido. Agora faz mais sentido. Enfim. Vou finalizar a live por aqui. Muito obrigada por quem esteve aqui assistindo. E até a próxima. Eu não sei se vai ter amanhã, mas se não tiver amanhã, vai ter só segunda. E é isso, não aguento mais chorar. Até a próxima. Beijinhos. E deixa eu pegar uma música decente aqui.